All right, guys. So let's say you have a Kirby. This is for the Kirby customers or anyone who's interested in buying a Kirby or maybe helping someone else who have a Kirby, right? So okay, so you have a Kirby. You're trying to turn on the power. It's kind of an hit and miss. Like some days it turns on. You know, some days it's good. It fires up, and then other days it seems to be kind of flickering in and out. I definitely don't recommend if that's happening to you, especially if you smell any kind of smoke or if you see sparks or anything. Of course, you stop immediately, right? But some of you were able to inspect your cord and you're like, man, my cord seems to be fine, right? And you may even remove the cord. Okay, take the cord out, and if you have a multimeter, you could test, you know, the both ends and see if you have continuity there, right? That's fine. Like, okay, the cord is fine. What's going on, right? Well, let's go inside the machine and let's find out. Okay, so stick around if you want to know, and I'll show you how. Okay, I'm back, and we have our Kirby. So this, now if you have a generation 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, yeah, isn't it 7D? Or is it goes to 10, 6 to 10? All right, memory. So if you house this one, if you have a generation 3, generation 4, 5, 6, Ultimate, Diamond, Centria 1, 2, Avalier 1 and 2, right? If you have any one of those, okay, this will apply. The Heritage and, you know, the Classics and the Omegas and all the other Kirbys, the Legends, that's a whole different setup, whole different kind of system. So this will apply. So this particular problem is you have that intermittent start, okay? And now opening the Kirby is relatively simple. If you're working with the fan, then yeah, you're gonna have to take all these screws out, including the front ones. Okay. All right. Let me take this off. Right. You have to take all of the front screws out for the fan. But when you're working back here, you really only need to take out the 2 top screws from the front, which holds this. The main body covering. All right, I have it on a little display here. All right, and you're going to remove the back plate. So there's a screw where the tech drive is in the back. See that? All right, and you'll just, you know, pop this right out. Now they actually give you a spot if you're gonna put a flathead screwdriver. Let me see. See that little spot right here? And you can use a little screwdriver to pop that out. Okay. All right, so this comes right off. Then, then you remove these screws here, and you can, you know, take out your cord if you have one of these with that cord attachment, and then there you go. You can just remove this cover. All right. Now, this is where I'm focusing my attention on for this particular situation. For this one, sometimes you have to remove the cord, and sometimes you have to change your power switch, which is this little baby right here. All right. And I may do a separate video how to replace that, and then sometimes really all it is this thing here. You see this here? Let me see. You see that? It's broken at the top. A complete one has a full. See that right there? Okay, so a complete one has a full. Let me use this right here. Oh, by the way, back up. Sorry. You need a T20 torque screw to take out the main parts of the Kirby, the main screws, and you need a T15 to remove anything from this, if you're going to work on this area here, T15, and if you're going to be removing these screws right here, that's the T15. If you have a diamond, that means the screw is... it's going to be here, then the T15 is for this one. All right. Back on track. All right. We're back on track now. So, yeah, let's do that again. All right. So, yeah, so this part is broken right here. Right. And this is what a full, right here. This is what a full one looks like. All right. So really, it's just a matter of replacing the old one and popping a new one, and all of a sudden, now you have a consistent flow. What's happening with this is that sometimes it's rocky, okay? Let me show you how Kirby designed the power switch to actually trigger the power to turn on, all right? Let me show you something here. Let's do this. I'm gonna take this out. Out. All right, this one here comes out. Now we're going to remove the two long screws from the front. All right, and now with the Kirby, I you know, you can use a drill on a Kirby. You know, the metal can kind of handle, but sometimes if you have one of the newer models, instead of having it drilled directly into the metal, they have like these studs, and there are times when those studs can move with the drill. They don't allow the screw to come out. The studs are turning. So keep that in mind too when you're working on these things. All right, here we go. So this is out. All right, so now when you remove these, you're gonna have prongs. And see all this dust on here? Just have to kind of get that out of the way. I'm just going to have to use my hand, guys. All right, let's move this out the way so you can see better. All right, here we go. So now you have these prongs here. See that? All right, there's one, and there's one in between there. You may have to like do a zoom up if you can with your camera, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pop this one out. I just want to be able to show you. But when you change your power switch, this is what you have to do. So if you're ever, when we do that video, we'll do that. All right, you pop it out, and this you can remove this head, the light assembly. Okay, so now you can see a little bit better, just a little bit. This is the rod here that is used to trigger, right? See this? So when you push it in, there's a damn it, man. You know what I'm gonna do? Let me see. I should have a loose motor here. Yep. Give me 1 second, guys. I have a motor. But it don't. Doesn't have a power switch on it. All right, let me back up. All right. So this is a Kirby motor. Okay. This is actual motor. The power switch will connect to this section right here. And I'm trying to get you to see what I'm talking about, but I don't. This motor doesn't have a power switch. All right. Anyway, here we go. Don't worry about it. Let me get as close as I can to this camera. There's a little orange switch down there. So when this pushes in, it pushes the switch in. Okay. And what happens when your Kirby bag is on the side, it hits the slider here. That's why if the bag is not on all the way, this slider pushes forward. Okay. And then when you put the head on the front, it hits this here. Okay. So, which is pretty clever. Kirby did a good job on that. They created a safety feature. So when these two things are connected, and then you hit the power switch back here, it tells the machine to, now you can turn on. All right. And the old one, what was happening is that it was intermittent. If you notice, it's broken on this side. This is where the brake is. On the side that has to actually push the switch in. So sometimes it's rocking. It's not giving it enough force. All right. So what I'm going to end up doing is replacing this, and all you have to do, let me put it on first, and then let me take it off. Here we go. I'm gonna put it inside this little hole here, okay? And kind of snap it in. Okay. So that's what it looks like. Okay. So when you press go, see that? It moves the switch forward, and it pushes that. You can probably see the orange thing right there if you can look really close. Here you go. Okay, good. So now, So sometimes what happens, because it's broken, sometimes you get a hit, sometimes you get a miss. Okay, so you just replace this, just pop it right out. Okay, install the new one. Okay, snap them both in nice and secure, and no more rocky start. All right, hope that helps. If you are interested in learning how to replace the power switch, or even how to put that head back on, search my my video list. Or just hit the notification bell, so as soon as I upload that new video, then you'll be able to see it. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.